Hello, Pisces. Happy birthday. This is your March reading, March 2018. The time is whatever it is. Whenever you're watching, your Lord, if it resonates, take it. If it doesn't, even if it's March 2018, then don't. Those are general readings. They will either really touch your heart and soul and resonate, or they won't. If they don't, it's okay. You can also watch your moon, your rising. Sometimes they resonate better, or they just kind of complete the picture. Or next month. So I'm asking for clear guidance from the universe, from spirit, from God, from whatever you believe in. I am Morgane, by the way, in case you are new to my channel. Really happy to have you. Okay, so asking for clear guidance for the sign of Pisces for March 2018. There's a lot of confusing energy going around right now. Not necessarily bad, but it's just, you know, when it's intense, then it can be overwhelming, whether good intense or bad intense. And you guys are so sensitive to energy, to, you know, different processes. Even if you're not a believer, even if your existence is allegedly entirely in the 3D, in the things that you see, in the world as you believe it, as in the world as you perceive it, in the matrix. Even if you don't experience, you know, life in the 5D, spirituality, energy, etc. As a Pisces, it's your nature. It's like a bird that doesn't believe in flying. Oh well, the wings have something else to say. Your dreams will take you there. Your intuition will take you there. Experiences around you and things that happen to you and people in your environment will take you there. You can't escape it. Pisces is a very spiritual sign. And if you don't perceive yourself as spiritual, then you're or highly sensitive. Many Pisces are so sensitive that, you know, as a child, you come as a complete believer. And as a child Pisces, you have full trust in the world and everything. And some of you guys get really, really hurt right at a very early age, or when you're a teenager and everything is all crazy. And some Pisces go to the extreme of the other side of completely closing off and being, I don't care, or I'm not emotional, or I don't try. You know, there's a group of Pisces that can, because you're so sensitive and because it got you to a place of hurt, you put up this wall. Nope, don't feel it. It can't hurt me. I am invincible. Very strong outside and inside. Some people whom are Pisces, you would never guess that they are Pisces. Because we're used to, by the stereotype, by the book, Pisces are so sensitive, they're so artistic, they're so emotional, they're so gentle. So when you see someone strong, you know, and not very communicative in the emotional level, then you wouldn't guess a Pisces. Some Pisces might, you know, trick you into believing that they're maybe an earth sign. Nope. Pisces, not all of them. Some of them have maintained their sensitivity. Some of you guys that has gone into the more practical, closed off place, it will reopen eventually. Universe, spirit won't allow you. The bird will fly. There's just so much that you can, you know, you just can't escape it forever. Yeah, that was a little bit of a speech. Oh well. It's okay. No cards fell throughout the speech, so those are things that, you know, that was needed to be said. Full moon soon. Going to bring a lot of things up into the surface. All the little creatures that were hiding underneath the rocks. Wow. Okay. nothing comes up, and then all of a sudden everything is out. I have something to say about that, but let me first. Okay, so give me a second to make room here and see what we have. So the cards really express the energy of the seeker, or whomever I give the reading to. So if I mix and mix and mix and nothing comes out and nothing comes out and nothing comes out, and then all of a sudden, boom, everything pops up. Like a big group of cards fell down, and normally I would just bring them back into the deck, but it was so dramatic and so extreme in comparison to how it was while I was mixing before that I'm going to address them. And I feel like it's very Pisces of you right now. Like it really connects to how I started this and what I was saying about you guys can go to the place that is closed off because you don't want to be hurt, or you keep it in, you don't express, and then you hold it and 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 you hold, and then you can't anymore. The bird has to fly because it's a bird. And nature and the elements, you know, strong wind just comes and like the wings are just being spread naturally, and you didn't plan it, you didn't ask for it, and you're like, no, but I wanted to stay on the ground, and well, you're flying. Except that because you didn't ask for it, because you didn't plan for it, because it had to come with a bang, right? Maybe you're flying off a cliff. So if there's something you want to express, do it before you are forced to do it by your inner instincts and by the universe. Do it with controlled expression, you know, like the balloon. You can either let the air be let out little by little by little, or it can explode, but it needs the outlet. Okay. Wow. Yeah. I'm going to show it to you right away. It's a lot to kind of take in. And I want to make sure I take it in, analyze it, and then express it properly. There's a lot that you're holding in that you're really afraid of expressing. You're scared of how it will be perceived. You don't want to be perceived as silly. Maybe you're a little bit shy. Maybe you're a little bit ashamed. Maybe you are unsure of how what you have to say will be, if it will be accepted, if it won't be accepted, whether by an individual or a group. So you're holding it in, guarding it, but it's gonna come out. Just like the cards just popped up, just fell. So I feel like this has to do with, you know, on a personal level, on your relationship, either a romantic relationship or family. Maybe it's a combination of the two. Not to say that you guys are, I don't mean it in that way. I mean like where romance and family kind of mixed together. Maybe your family has something to say about your partner, or a potential partner is not really doesn't get along with some family members. Maybe there's like bad communication or no communication, a lot of ego, inability to let go and just be loose, and kind of staying stuck in, someone is staying stuck in their own world and the way they see things, and they don't want to listen. They want things to be the way they used to. They want it to be their way or the highway. It's my way or the highway. If you can't align with how I see things, go. Like there's inability. This guy really enjoys the experience. He likes to listen to different options, different rhythms. He's open to the world and to life, but here he doesn't want to listen. He's very immature a little bit. There's a sense of, you know, like the little kid is like, oh my, no, this could be you. This could be someone that we're thinking about, or that is part of this narrative. But there's a sense of someone being really possessive in their own mind and in their own thought, a little bit of an immature energy, unwillingness to let go of how you perceive things need to be like, right? You want it to be the same way. You, again, I say you because it's easier for me to not go back and forth between you or them, but the individual wants to repeat things as they always was, as they always were. I want it to be the way it was always. I don't want to change. I don't want to change. I don't want the change because it felt good for that time being. But the only constant is change. And it was good for that duration of time, and it's not good anymore, but you're holding on. It's like refusing to go up, like where you're in the 5th grade and you don't want to go to the 6th grade. No, but it was fun in the 5th grade. Yeah, it was. No, but I learned a lot in the 5th grade. Yeah, you did, but enough. The lesson is learned. The experience, it's done. Next. Fly, spread your wings. And if you insist staying in this cycle, or someone we're talking about will insist staying in the cycle that they insist on staying in, change will come abruptly. Why will it come abruptly? Because it's destined. It's part of your evolution as a spirit, as a soul, as a human. You can't remain. The devil symbolizes in this situation unawareness, unwillingness to let go of control of the world as you know it, holding on to the belief system. But the change is inevitable. The death card speaks about change, and I feel like I spoke about the full moon on March 1st that will bring up to the surface a lot of things, and I feel like you can't escape it, and it's really close. Awareness, awakening, change, letting go of the control of whatever it is that you're trying to hold on to, whether it be the way a relationship used to be or a person. Sometimes a relationship needs to go through to the next level of growth. Okay, you've been dating for X amount of time, and if you keep waiting, that's not being patient. That's not, being steady. That's stagnation. That's fear. Energy needs to evolve. It's in constant movement. And of course, there is room for patience. It's valuable. It's inevitable. That's how you build things. But when the term patient is used as an excuse to stay stagnant and stuck, that's nasty, and that's very disrespectful for real patience, that comes from a real place that needs, okay, now we're building something. But at one point, okay, you're done with the first floor, you have to move on to the second floor and start building it, or you won't have a building. Life is movement, and there is room for steadiness and slow and maintaining the status quo. But then when time comes, when the moment comes, strike or move to the next thing. It doesn't have to be, if we're talking romance, it doesn't have to be someone else. It could be someone else depending on your situation, but it can also be your situation with someone and now needs to move on to the next level. If you're now just dating, okay, now let's be forgot the word, steady. If you're now steady, okay, now let's move in together. If you're now moving in together, okay, now let's get engaged, etc. Whatever. But here's the good news. Once you stop being so goddamn stubborn, Pisces, I don't know you that way. Maybe it's someone else in your life that is doing that to you. But once change comes, whether from your choice or whether forced by spirit, this shall be the sun. It is so optimistic and so beautiful and so happy and so clear and so positive. Like there's no room to fear, and it's really, really, really natural. It's the next level of things. They keep getting the next level, move on to the next level. Stop being, this, is stuck in an illusion. This is either getting rid of the illusion and snapping out of it, or drowning in it, right? But in this case, I'm thinking a refusal to let go, a refusal to allow things to flow. But this will force it on you. And the full moon, do it by then. You have like a week or two. And if not, I feel like, it will be done for you. Yeah, that's interesting. See, I have here in the Seven of Cups, you have all the astrological symbols, right? It came upside down, not listening. It's also not listening to the signs. Not listening to the universal signs, to what the stars are trying to tell you. Okay? You're not listening. This is like this. Okay, we're talking to you. We're talking to you. Can you hear? Can you hear? But it's like this, so you can't hear. You refuse to hear. And then comes the Death card. And look what he has hanging. I just noticed it. It's funny. He has one of the symbols hanging right here. And I feel like he's coming in, like a fisherman, just kind of, told you, I gave you the sign, you didn't listen, now I'm going to force it on you. I gave you a warning, I gave you an opportunity to do it from, a place of control, but you didn't, so I'm just going to do it. But hey, good news, it's going to be great. The Sun is a card of complete awareness, no shadows. This is clear, this is good, this is positive, but not from a place of illusions, but a place of awareness. It's very strong, very bright, very healing, very warm. And the Lovers is a card of finding your path, finding your way, finding your destiny. It's like the sun shines a light on your destiny, on your path. And here, from these two together, especially, they represent twin flames, soulmates. This is being discussed a lot recently, because I feel like many of us clairvoyants, readers, feel like it's repetitive amongst all of us. It's just things that we all feel the same. There's a real sense of unity coming between truth and breaking the lies where it's not right. There's separation between anything that isn't truthful, any unions that isn't truthful, and there's unity between unions that are truthful. And if you are not listening to the high guidance, if you are not listening to the high guidance, then the universe is not waiting for you guys anymore. It's like, nope, time, I need to evolve. My evolution depends on you. I see myself through your eyes. The more you grow, I grow. I can't wait for you anymore. I've been patient enough. It's time. You're stuck. I'm going to help you move. And give you a little kick, a little wing, a little wind beneath your wings. A lot of wind beneath your wings. But hey, guess what? You're going to fly. And you're going to be on your path. So, like this, if it was like this, it was like, oh, you are so in tune, you're so aligned, you're meeting the one you're with, you're listening, blah, 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 awareness. But no, it came like this. So there's one little stage, one little thing that we need to fix. Now, this is the 5D, the spiritual expression of the unity with our divine partner and or our divine path, which is pretty much the same, because when one happens, the other happens naturally. So this is the 3D expression, the reality as we know it. So this is upside down. So it's almost like in the 5D, you already know the truth, your soul, your spirit, you already guided to your place. But in reality, in actions, you're not really, you're still scared, you're still holding on, you're not. You really, really want this. Trust me, this is magical. Ooh. Sun and Lovers, it's like, it's huge success in all aspects, because some readers will just say, oh, it's about love, which it is, but it's about divine love. And divine love, unlike regular relationships, is really, really synced with our destiny and with our path. It's partners that They support our destiny. They support our highest potential. They vibrate on the same level that we vibrate on. We share the same frequency, right? You guys share the same frequency. Or you have the potential. There's the frequency that is the potential of the two of you, the highest vibration of the highest frequency. Now, once you both tap into that frequency, vibrate on the same high levels, then you're one. You're on your path. You're on your destiny, and the universe supports, and that's when miracle happens. That's where success happens in all fields and walks of life. That's when you're so lucky. Luck is being really tapped in to your divine, to your energy, and having strong manifestations ability. So it seems like luck. It's deeper than that, though. Okay? But if one of you's here, one of you's there, then of course there's like dissonance. But I want you to be there, because that's what it expresses. Okay, I am on my highest frequency right now. So is my divine partner, my divine job, my divine purpose. And they come together. One comes, you allow one to come in, you do something right in one, and then the rest just kind of fit into the puzzle. Can you do that, Pisces? If this is about someone in your life that is acting this way, universe will come. I'm sorry, maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe I should say, put some wind underneath their wings. So, I feel like these months, the past couple of months and the next couple of months are all about tapping into our highest frequency and manifestation, very high levels. Not just Pisces, all zodiacs, and we all kind of come to it from different, from our own subjective story and narrative, but we're all on a very similar path, right? Example, we all have carbs and tomatoes. You will make pizza. I will make spaghetti and tomato sauce. Someone else will make, I don't know, meatball sandwich, vegan meatballs. I kind of don't want to go to the speech of, being vegan or vegetarian. But as a intuitive healer and someone that works with energy, I want to give a little bit of my perspective on that. When we put death and misery and torment of pure, innocent creatures that would never do us any harm, when it's not even needed, it's just for the sake of our culture and habits and taste. What's the word? I'm looking for a very dramatic word. We dirty ourselves. We sin to our energy. We sin to the universal energy, to the planet, the way we hurt it with all these horrible industries and what it does to Mother Nature. We sin when we hurt our own body, and our body is a temple. You have this one thing to carry you all the way through. And we put so much poison in it. Things that our digesting system doesn't want, that our soul doesn't want, that our skin doesn't want. Everything about us rejects those products, those animal products of torment and death and misery. And like, why? If I lost some of you from my channel, you know what? I don't care. This is my truth. This is a truth. Some people will be like, oh, it's my freedom to eat what I want to eat. I love that. Freedom of choice is when your choice doesn't come at the expense of someone else's freedom, let alone someone else's life. Yeah, someone equals an animal. Yeah. Yeah. It wants to live. It wants to survive. It feels pain. All of the above. Someone. And when we take it away for our own selfish needs, that's not freedom. That's dictatorship. Freedom of choice is wearing a blue shirt or a red shirt. It only affects you. If someone has a problem with that, then it's their problem. But when it literally affects the freedom and the life of another creature, calling it free choice, I'm sorry, it's a little bit psychotic. Like, or extremely unaware. But going back, the reason I started talking about it, I believe, is because of, energy, manifestation, frequency, vibrations. We need to be very, very, very specific with what we put inside of us, both on the physical level and the energetic level. Because this is time to tap into our manifestation abilities, and manifestation doesn't happen in a technical way. It's not just what you do, what you say. Of course, it's a part of it. You have to work to get something, to achieve something. But if you want to call it the power of manifestation, you have to put energy in it. And to put energy in it, you have to have energy. And if you keep dirtying it, I can't find another word. If you keep ruining your energy, darkening it, weakening it, then you lose your own strength and your own power. So Pisces, stop, don't hold on to the way things were. Think of the way things are and the way things can be. There's no real fear. Worst case scenario, if whatever it is doesn't work out, then change again. But you won't know, until you try. Yeah, I feel like a tower moment will come if you won't accept the change, and that will kind of set you free for a complete brand new start. You are releasing yourself from the shackles of your personality. Who am I? How am I supposed to behave and walk and be and portray myself? And then, the universe kind of collapses it all. And then it seems like you have to escape last minute, but look what happens. You're actually free. Speaking of the bird with the wind beneath her wings, is about to fly. Yeah, there's letting go. There's the need of being released from a pattern, from a way of thinking, from a way of life. Maybe it's someone, for some of you, it could be someone that you lost that was dear to you, and they had the certain perceptions or dogmas or way of living that you're trying to hold on to just for the sake of their memory and as respect to them. But if you dismissed and diminished your self-worth and your future and your energy in respect of someone that is no longer here, that is probably a free soul somewhere, whether it be in another body or in another existence. I don't know everything about about what happens after we leave this body, but I'm sure they don't think in the same way they thought before when they were in their 3D physical body. Now they are a spirit, they are a soul, they have a different perspective. Don't have to stay true to that perspective on the expense of your emotional, psychological, spiritual health. Break free from the bondages of your childhood home, some of you. What was installed in you. Break free of it. I know it's hard. I feel like some of you that speaks for it. It won't resonate with everybody, but this is for those whom it does. It's like, for you, it's like, but that would mean I have to let them go. They're already gone. Not their love for you, not what you had with them, not your memories, but their physical existence and psychological, conscious way of thinking is gone. What they have now is the deepest of the deepest of their subconscious and their soul and their spirit and the universal truth that they are a part of. Or they're in a new body, in a new way of thinking, who knows? But even if they're watching you right now, even if you come to it from a religious point of view and you think that they're watching and judging, I'm sure they would want you to be happy. That makes sense now. If you guys were holding on to something just because of how someone else that you want to respect used to view things, it shows how emotional you are, you know, and how poetic you are. And it's very sweet, but you're not being kind to creation and to honor if you are hurting yourself, because you are part of creation and you are part of universal honor. Don't hurt yourself. Sorry, I had an interference and I had to stop the video. I'll re-edit it. Fun. Anyway, I'm going to ask for one last message for Pisces for the month of March. Let's conclude. One last message for Pisces for the month of March 2018. Sorry, I feel like many of you are like, just one more. I need, wait, but that was just the beginning. I need to understand this more. And, you know, these are general readings. I can't possibly say everything to everyone. It's just not possible. But you are welcome to come to me for a private reading. I do offer those. My email is at the bottom. Contact me. There we go. Page of Cups, which is you, by the way. Page of Cups is March and is Pisces. And we'll talk further about whatever it is really, really stirring in your head right now. I feel like, you know, heavy contemplation. Okay, please clarify. Page of Cups as a final message. So interesting. There's a lot of like dissonance and disharmony between the energies that are going around you and inside of you right now. And I feel like almost like you feel the need to protect yourself from something, or you feel a little bit paranoid, or the need of defenses to come up. And there's a sense of escapism as well, like maybe, you know, trying to think of other things by going out, having fun, drinking, or just hanging out with a bad crowd. Also, it can symbolize an event somewhere that you're going to that on the surface seems like you're supposed to be happy and it's a celebration, but you inside feel like you need to protect yourself. So maybe it's something that has happened recently or will come about in the next month. How do we handle it? Cards. Let's give advice, not just an expression of a problematic reality. I want to see advice and guidance on how we can deal and handle with it. I feel a lot of emotional chaos with some of you guys. And it's almost like you are feeling attacked by your own emotions. Like, what do I do with it? Do I show how much I care, or do I drown it and ignore it and pretend like everything is fine? There's someone that you really, really care about and you don't know how to show it or how to behave or what to do. Honestly, honesty. That is the best thing that myself or the cards or anyone can ever tell you. Communication. Most importantly, honesty with yourself. Admit to yourself how you're feeling. Then you will know how to handle it, because if you don't know what you're feeling, how will you know how to address what it is that you're feeling, right? Yeah, I think that's it. Maybe you've dabbled a little bit with overindulgence in manifestation, asking for everything, thinking, oh, I can handle this and I can create that, and then suddenly things are coming, but there are all kinds of things from different times and different periods and different things in your life that you've asked to manifest, and now they don't necessarily work together. And it's a bit chaotic. It's like the not to say that you guys did it, maybe we'll speak to a couple of you guys, but it's like the dark magic, the black witchcraft, where you try to force reality to, when manifestation is not working with the universe, but against the universe. And that's when the universe smacks you in the ass, and with that karma, it just comes back right at you to bite you in the ass. And that's a lesson, that manifestation is not about being selfish and getting everything your way. There's delicate balance in creation. Things need to fit with the higher perspective of the universe and its evolution. And strong white manifestation, light manifestation, comes when we are aligned with the universal process, when we are tapped in to the universal consciousness, and we're not being selfish and seeing ourselves as detached from the collective, but as a part of the collective. And then naturally our will is the collective will, and then naturally things happen in our favor, in the collective favor. It's advanced manifestation work, what I just said. I feel like you guys, maybe some of you have dabbled with a little bit of a dark magic, and now it's kind of, you don't know what to do with the results of it. Of course, it doesn't speak for all of you. Just take what resonates, don't take what don't. Because I've been saying a lot of things. I feel like I'm speaking in this reading for so many different types of Pisces. But you guys, I feel like you guys need it, and it's your birthday month, so speak what the cards want to say. Oh. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Once again, lack of stability. Or again, the stagnation. When this is slow and mature and patient and steady. But this is stuck and stubborn with a, like a big bird that has its head in the ground. Guys, I need you all to take a deep breath and stop operating from fear or from overthinking or from trying to control reality, yours and others. You can't. There's a real need of flow here, but not like an uncontrolled flow. But like I said in the beginning, the balloon can't explode because you won't, a controlled release of energy and air and expression and movement, flow. Some of you guys are so scared to make a move. It's almost like you're paralyzed by your own emotions and your own thoughts. Ay, 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 ay. Come on, cards. I want to close it up with the good. This is all have been advice. It's just it's a hard advice to take. Some of you guys are going to be upset with me and be like, well, sorry, I'm not just going to say nice, happy things just to make you happy. I'm here to be your guidance. That demands truth. It's not always comfortable. Okay. All right. We got another slow mover, but at least it's upright. Page of Pentacles. It's another page, but it's a bit more. It's still with its feet on the ground, but its head is a little bit above ground. It's okay. There's starting to be a balance of movement. There's a lot of characters here. There needs to be communication between the people involved. Take the first step, the initiation. Don't be over dramatic and emotional. Don't be over dogmatic and controlling. Be flowing and moving, but in a calm, reasonable way. Yeah, I feel like more needs to come out. There it is. Four of Swords. It came out in the beginning. It's the first card that came out. It's like you guys are feeling under attack. You know, like when you play dead, like an animal feels like there's another animal that is wants to eat it, so it doesn't want to be attacked, so it plays dead, rolls over. It's almost like if I do anything, any move can just lead to a disaster, but I don't think there's a real disaster around the corner. I think you just need to get up from the snow, get out of the cycle, just walk. You know, the wolves are looking at you like you're prey because you're acting like a prey. You're acting like they're basically just playing their part in your narrative. You're the writers. Just get up and be like, no, it's all good. Those aren't doggies. Cute little puppies. All good. You walk. You know, they smell fear. Right? So if you show fear, and if you show stagnation, if you show paranoia, that's what you will attract. Entities that are drawn to that need that to express their need to hurt. And you're trying to control yourself, to control your environment, to play safe. But you range from this to a complete explosion. Like, I'm not scared anymore. I'm going to do this and that and that. But there's no balance. Okay, one last card. This reading is just, I feel like it just keeps repeating itself from this to that, to this to that, like an endless cycle. You need to break the wheel, as Daenerys Targaryen liked to say, and as I really like to say. Don't stop the wheel, break the wheel. This is a bad cycle. Yeah. I'm gonna do. Whew. Alright. You guys are giving me a real challenge, huh? Again, the devil, the same cards repeating themselves. The same patterns, the same behavior, the same mistakes. Almost like you're addicted to that. It's giving you a rush. I feel like there might be a relationship that has to do with codependency and obsession for some of you. That is not healthy. Extremely karmatic, and you have to learn the lesson and move on. Some of you guys are in a good relationship, but you're terrified to move to the next level, so you're staying stuck. You know, but the thing that repeats itself is stuck, stagnant, fearful. Different narrative, but the same essence. Okay, one more, I guess. I'm not closing this reading like this. I need to see a real guidance for potential of healing for this month. Maybe it's just what you guys need to go through this month to learn the lesson, you know. Maybe it's just a month that is like that. But I don't like to accept that. I feel like we always have the choice of, you know, okay, now that I see the problem, now that I see the issue, I can fix. All right, cards, let's help. You know what? I feel like maybe I'm succumbing to what it is that I'm telling you to not do. Like I insist and I insist on fixing something. That's it. Some things you just can't fix. You just have to let go. That's how the reading is ending. Pisces, I do this with much love. The best thing for me as a reader is to finish this off with like a wonderful card that makes you so, so happy and lovingly. I'm going to finish it with the truth. And I hope you'll be strong enough and wise enough to understand that this is for your highest good. Happy birthday of breaking the wheel and the cycle by not doing what it is that you always do, trying to fix it in your head, try to fix it in your heart. In this situation, in this scenario, trying to control something. Some things are beyond us. Let go, let God. I don't always say that. No, it's not always let go, let God. Sometimes it's just a thing that we say to not own up and not take responsibility. But right now, for you guys, for March, let go, let God. I love you.